everyone, and welcome to another review. Today we're going to go ahead and touch upon a fragrance that was released in the year 2014. It's from the house of La Manufacture. The fragrance is called Cologne Precieuse. Now this fragrance, again, been around since 2014. The way I procured it and got around to it was I was actually sent a bunch of samples from this company. I believe they're the distributors of Javoy and some other fragrances that I got. So that's where pretty much I got the majority of this, of these samples actually for this fragrance review. Now I didn't get the full bottle, I got the samples, which is perfectly fine for what I'm doing for it. So as you can see from the bottle, this is actually a very simple bottle presentation, very simple bottle looking, and I was really interested in getting, my hands on it just because I had heard about the house in kind of passing, but I hadn't really ever gotten a chance to dive into it, and now I am excited to go ahead and get that started. Alright, so the fragrance is available in one main size. Now it's available in 100 milliliter for roughly around $110. Most of the sites that sell this are in Europe or in England, so you may have to, if you're going to purchase it here in the States, you may have to purchase it online and get it sent to you. So that's just a little forewarning for this one. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right into the notes of this fragrance. The notes are listed on screen. Very simple note fragrance lineup, and the very big thing to kind of go out about these fragrances is the citrus notes. Now a lot of these cologne fragrances from the house of La Manufacture have this like bergamot citrusy vibe to them. And I was expecting something like that with this one, and I really did get like a sour bergamot from it. But that's quickly taken over by the orange blossom. Orange blossom is a strong presence in this scent, as well as neroli, which kind of gives it a soapy-ish vibe to it. Overall, really what this fragrance smells like, immediately it struck me. I was smelling it, going through it, I was like, by the second time I was like, man, this really smells like something that I've smelled before, but what is it that I've smelled before that smells like this? And finally, I hit the nose on the dot. This smells like a Jolly Rancher. It smells like a lime or a lemon Jolly Rancher to the T. This is a Jolly Rancher. And I was smelling it, I'm like, man, yeah, this really, really smells like a Jolly Rancher. So I went out and I got a Jolly Rancher, and actually a couple Jolly Ranchers, and this really does remind me of it. I mean, obviously I'm not smelling it straight up, but I'm tasting it, and your taste is linked to your smell, and I was like, yeah, geez, this is a Jolly Rancher. So this scent, at the end of the day, when you combine all the notes together, it really does remind me of a Jolly Rancher. It kind of has a Swedish vibe to it. It doesn't have, a too overpowering vibe to it. And it does have like a candy-like quality to the actual scent. So if I'm to sum this fragrance up, it smells like a lemon lime Jolly Rancher. I go about 3 sprays with this one. I think this is a great fragrance for any age group, but particularly for younger people. I mean, I think it's a little bit too immature for an older person, but again, that's just my personal opinion with this sucker. I think it's a great fragrance to wear for the spring and the summer, especially the spring, but summer, it might be a little bit tougher just because once it starts to get really hot, it may start to bring out like a stickiness type of note, which I did find it brought out, I think it was once or twice maybe. So just keep that in mind. It couldn't, even though I would not classify this as an overly sweet or cloying scent, because of the fact that it reminds me of a Jolly Rancher. Once it gets warm, it starts reminding me of like a stickiness type thing. So it's not to say the fragrance does get sticky, but you see what I'm trying to actually get here. I think this is a great fragrance for a casual scenario. So if you're going out during the day, if you're going out to a picnic, if you're going out, just to walk around, this could be a great scent that you could go ahead, give it a try, and wear, and see how it actually goes on you. Now for performance, it lasted about 6 hours on my skin, but as it's lasting, this does not have good sillage, and it doesn't have a good, I guess you could say, scent bubble, if you will. It was like off me by 1 feet. People had to get really close to me in order to smell it, which is a little bit of a disappointment. But since it's kind of marketed as a cologne, I'm assuming, that's kind of something that I was sort of expecting, if you will. So, compliment-wise, this one did not get any compliments, but it did get people who thought that I was not far off in terms of it smelling like a Jolly Rancher. So that's a good thing, or good or bad thing of note. If you like the smell of Jolly Ranchers, go ahead and give this one a try. But if I'm going to go ahead and give this fragrance a rating, I give it a rating a 6 out of 10. Now, again, 5 being an average fragrance, it gets a 6 out of 10. It is, I would praise it for its uniqueness in the fact that it can double as a Jolly Rancher scent and double as a clean scent at the same time. It's a sweet scent, but not overly sweet. I think with hotter weather, obviously it amps up that sweetness to it, but without it, you know, I think it can pass for a pretty good, like, sweet, soapy scent, if you will. So it's a pretty interesting combination for it. But I do think that it suffers from the fact that, A, people can't smell you. It's a little bit harder to smell on you. It's a little bit lighter on the you know, on your skin and getting it to project. Doesn't really have that good sillage. It has an average amount of, you know, longevity to it, which is, you know, pretty decent. And it does, for what is being offered, you know, for $100, it is a cheaper niche fragrance or a niche fragrance. But at the same time, you know, for what you're getting, I still at this point kind of demand a little bit better performance from my citrus fragrances. So it ends with a 6 out of 10. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free, send me a message, leave me a note, do whatever you gotta do. Thank you guys, take care of yourselves, and you guys have a